So what are you looking for here?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. Let's just be perfectly clear about this. I am a moron. My only defense is I'm aware that I'm an idiot. But being aware doesn't help me at all. I can't fix it. I'm just an idiot.
Are you happy to be here?
Very happy.
So, what's the best?
When I took the train from Scotland to Paris, I get on the train and I'm looking around for my seat, hoping that the person who sits next to me is going to be a beautiful young woman and we'll have a conversation on the train ride down and then we'll get to Paris and have this love affair. Because I've seen Before Sunrise too many times. The last two films that I saw were It's a Wonderful Life.
Nice girl, Mary. Kind that'll help you find the answers, George.
And then we saw Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Let's just say we're not the biggest fans of his dreaded ex, and we've decided you're to be his salvation.
And it's part of this whole thing in films where the female character exists to save the guy. And I've seen so many of those films, I think they're part of what's addled my brain. And I feel like I do need a woman to help save me. Maybe not in so many words. But everybody needs someone in their life that they can say, man, I'm having a really bad day. Just to vent, just to let it out and have some empathy from somebody.
Do you ever feel lonely?
Yeah, I think that's part of why I like romantic comedies and why I want to be in love. Because I feel like, oh, if I'm just with the perfect person, then I won't be lonely anymore. I think about the ending scene of Notting Hill and the smile on Hugh Grant's face and Julia Roberts. It cuts to their wedding and then it cuts to them in the park and she's pregnant and they're just happily ever after. And it just feels like, oh, if you just get that right person, everything will be solved. I have a lot of meet cutes.
Meet cutes are easy.
I had a meet cute here in the store the other day. I ran to the airport to say goodbye to her. We had an emotional goodbye at airport security.
But if she leaves first, I've just got to hand my essay in incomplete. I was prepared to flunk the last class I needed to graduate just to ask this girl out.
We want something in real in love, so...
Are you single or in a relationship right now?
Single.
And in my head, I'm thinking, yes, you should marry me just so you can get a visa.
Long story short, she turned out to be a lesbian. I don't even know where this is going. I need more ice cream.
Yeah, I can see that. Don't eat your feelings.
It'd be so easy just to go around Paris and only film the good stuff.
Yeah.
And Paris looks perfect. I was watching a guy urinate on the side of a building today, and I thought about filming him, because I felt like that's an important part of actually being in Paris. People pee everywhere. And there's dog feces everywhere. You step in it constantly. They don't put that in the movies about Paris. I've spent a lot of time in the last couple of weeks talking to a lot of people about this. Right now, the working theory is I feel like the reason I go gaga over a girl after a week is it's a distraction from what's going on inside my own head. I wonder how much of it is a mental health issue.
I think there's a whole, connection there though. Because it's like if you want to talk about love and you want to talk about being able to love somebody and be in a healthy relationship, it's like if you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself, it doesn't matter if you meet the perfect person. If it's not the right time.
In my own way, I think that what this film is going to end up trying to be is my version of saying, of trying to be unfiltered. And yeah, there's plenty of footage of me in Paris having a good time, but there's a lot more to it than that.
I have a problem.
You're broken.
It was a glimpse into a very dark world.
I don't think you're an idiot. I think you're just human.
Maybe idiot doesn't translate well into French.
people keep saying we need to talk about mental health. So I'm going to get up on stage and talk about mental health.